evening and welcome to the Thursday night edition of It Is What It Is. I don't have a script tonight because it's been one of those days that's been going on since 8 o'clock this morning and I just want today to be over. So I didn't write anything. It's gonna be one of those days where I just ramble about something I miss about my life before quarantine. Today, I think by the numbers, a lot more people has coronavirus, so that sucks. And I think about 2,500 people have died in the United States. I was on a call with my friend Pam tonight, and she, for some other reason, had to was in the hospital, and she told me that, you know, just because none of our friends have, you know, gotten it yet doesn't mean the hospitals aren't. Even in San Francisco, the hospitals, look, people are extremely overwhelmed working in the hospitals. So I think the best thing we can do is to help them by socially distancing from the craziness out there, flatten the curve. I think everyone has seen this meme by now. You know, our parents' generation or generation before that, they were asked to go to war. We were just asked to sit on our asses. I think that's fine. If this is the most we have to give up, it's fine. It is what it is. I am drinking a Louis C. Barbara Dusty. I believe this is a Petit Verdot, which just means that it's like really dry. So it's really nice. And I got a Costco delivery today. So this is a Costco croissant. I feel very sophisticated. So how's everyone doing? I don't have a script tonight. I thought I would, I've been doing a lot of cooking ever since the quarantine started, and it's you know, when I was growing up in China, I grew up with my grandmother and my aunt and my uncle, and every night my grandmother stayed home. My uncle was the person who was dispatched to the market to do all the shopping in the morning. And every night we'd have 8 people over for dinner. So my grandmother would just like cook, and she always made it look so easy. Now we're in the quarantine. I'm like legitimately just cooking for me and my stepdaughter and my fiance. There's only 3 of us, and I can't get over how much work cooking is. And I'm a good cook, and I have like good core skills, but it's a lot trying to figure out like what to put on the table. I'm gonna share with you guys a few of my favorite things to cook during this time. So hopefully it'll be useful to you. My number one favorite thing to cook is basically meat and potatoes in the Instapot. So what you do is you wanna have like a mason jar, and you just mix like 1 part salt, 1 part pepper, and that's your regular seasoning. And you want to have like a 2-pound piece of pork or beef, like, you know, like a legit piece of meat. And what you want to do is you want to turn on the Instapot on saute and let it heat up. And while it's doing that, you want to rub your meat all over with salt and pepper. And then you just drop your meat in, because by then the Instapot is like super hot, right? So you just drop it in and you just brown it on all sides, and then you turn it off, right? And then you add like a bunch of potatoes. I add like 5 into the Instapot, and then you add 3/4 of a cup of broth or water. It doesn't really matter if you don't have broth, honestly, because like flavor is gonna come out of the meat when you're cooking it. So even if you just have water, like it's gonna turn into broth at the end of it. So anyway, you add 3/4 of a cup of water into that whole shebang, and then you like put the lid on, and you put on manual, and that's it. And you basically wait until it's done. Don't forget to put your like little vent thing on like seal before that. So it'll like, you know, the pressure will build up and then it'll cook extra fast and da da da. And then like in like about 45 minutes, you have your protein, you have your carbs, you have like a soup. If you like also use that time to like make a pot of rice, you're completely done. Then you just have like a salad. Like if you don't have salad, because greens are really, really hard to find right now. If you're gonna put together like an Instacart order, you should just like get a box of salad, because that box of salad would last you like a whole week. And you don't have to do any prep work. So if you're like me and you're just working from home and you have a huge project and you really don't have any time to cook, this is your best bet. You just have to do 5 minutes of work and you'll have dinner, basically. Protein, fiber, carbs, flavor, and it's filling. You're done. And then you ask someone else to do dishes, which is fine. So I like that a lot. So that's for dinner. For lunch, I really like to just have leftovers. And also, you know what's really good? Eggs. I know a lot of people are doing a lot of quarantine time baking. I feel really conflicted about that, because this is why it's really hard to find eggs right now. But I was able to get some from Costco today, so yay. If you have like eggs at home, you can like do anything. You can just scramble it. You just need 1 or 2 eggs. You get a scramble going, and then you have a piece of toast, and that's your breakfast. And that can also be your lunch if you add like some vegetables and some pickles and stuff like that. Speaking of pickles, so you know how it's really hard to find like leafy vegetables now? Guys, you still need some sort of like, you know, fiber and stuff and vegetables while we're in quarantine. Like, don't let this just be like a meat, potatoes, and peanut butter diet. It's really bad for your ass. So what you need to do is you need to buy some roughage for yourself. And that can happen in the form of, you know what's always available? And people don't seem to be like snatching it up right now? Radishes. And the good thing about radishes is they don't really go bad. Right before this thing started, I had bought a pack of radishes like a month and a half ago, and I forgot about it. And it's just in my fridge, and it's still fine. And it's fiber and has like vitamin C or some shit. It's really good for you. And also it's still cheap. They haven't started like price gouging that shit yet, so it's great. Radish is good. Cabbage keeps forever. Like, I mean, not forever. So does like, you know what else keeps forever? Brussels sprouts. I have 2 bags in my fridge right now that I haven't gotten around to cooking. That's really good for you guys. Lemon and lime haven't kept as well as I thought it would. So I don't know. But did you know that potato skin also has vitamin C? True story. Oh, another thing you should get from Amazon before they sell out is fiber. I went to a proctologist. Oh, I'm sorry, gastroenterologist. But anyway, his job is just to look at people's asses, which is a weird like profession, but whatever. He's a doctor, like no judgment. He can still go on Tinder and say I'm a doctor. I wonder if he puts on Tinder like I'm an ass doctor. Anyway, doesn't matter. So my ass doctor told me basically nobody is getting enough fiber. So what you need to do is basically take fiber supplements. Some of you guys might be thinking, I'm too young to take fiber supplements. No, you're not. Nobody's eating enough fibers, especially during quarantine. So do yourself a favor, go on Amazon and get some like Benefiber or something like that, and just go to town. Trust me, this thing would change your life. I love it. Let's see. Any other Lynn's favorite tips? No, I don't really have any. I'm like freaking out a little bit about like coronavirus. So today when I was, after I received my Instacart order, first of all, before I even got it, I put on like a plastic raincoat and gloves, and that's how I got my groceries. And after I came in, it took me like 2 hours to disinfect every single piece of food. So that was really intense. But I feel better because I feel like I'm doing the right thing. And I feel like I feel like a sense of superiority. But then I realized, what if I end up getting coronavirus? All the sense of superiority would just turn into like shame. Like I shouldn't even have like wasted this time to like clean my food. But anyway, hopefully I don't get coronavirus. Let's see. Oh, I posted my March, well, now it's April Madness, most valuable kitchen bracket, most valuable kitchen appliance bracket. So basically it's coming down to fridge and oven and washer, not dishwasher, just washer versus coffee maker. I don't know. I think it's gonna end up being like fridge versus coffee maker. I honestly would like to see like washer making it further, but I'm just looking at reality. People can't deal with like a future in which, people just can't deal with the fact that like fridge is not the most important thing. But I really do think that you don't really need a fridge as bad as you think you do. That being said, my freezer is completely full of like frozen meat right now. So maybe I'm just like talking out of my ass. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off and enjoy my wine and croissant in peace. I hope you have a good night. Don't forget to call your mom and tell her to stop going to stores to pick up just milk. Yeah, have a good one. Good night.